Just a couple of, Mr. Tulsian, I wanted to get your view on, the series as a whole. What are the markers that you would place? And in your sense, what is the most important trigger for the markets this series? Because we have a slew of them. There's earnings, there's macro, there's political.
See, I don't think that there is any kind of fear now on the political front, because whatever has to happen, we have seen that happening, and market has discounted that. Again, suppose take for instance, if the renewed threat comes in from maybe the party like Samajwadi, I don't think that market will really be too much perturbed. Now, coming more specifically on the reform fronts, or maybe the policy initiative, which is likely to get initiated by the government, maybe in the budget session when it will get resumed, or otherwise also in terms of the many bills pending thereon. And apart from that, of the parliament session, they can do so many other things in respect to the clearances, in respect to powers and all that, that can be seen very positive for the banking, power generation and dedicated power finance company. And apart from that, the Q4 numbers, because once you will be having Q4 numbers out in front of the market, so the positive view will be taken for FY14, because there is a consensus that growth is going to be seen on the across the board on the economy, and even for the company specific. So once you have your full FY13 number, it will be very easy for any analyst to take a call whether the growth will be in single digit or it will be in double digit. Depends on the sector, depends on the company, and depends on the economy. So that will be seen as a good trigger for the market to remain positive in this April series.
Mr. Tulsian, how did you read the news of IVRCL selling stake in 3 of its road projects to a private arm of Tata for around 2,200 crores?
See, very positive. In fact, that indicates that probably the road sector still there is appetite, because Tatas have bought 2 operational roads of 100 kilometers, and second, the third one is under construction of 54 kilometers. So in my view, 2,200 crore for these 2 operational and 1 under construction, which will go on stream in the second half of June of 2014. In my view, that's a very positive. And apart from that, IVRCL have said that they have 9 BOT projects and the road projects, of which 3 of them also will get monetized in next 6 months. So the continuous process by the company of monetizing their assets, which they have indicated earlier, in fact there was some lull or maybe some time gap, they were not able to monetize their assets. So now it indicates that yes, this is a very positive move, and if they continue with the same time interval, maybe next 3 to 4 months they monetize to a couple of road projects or maybe water projects which they are holding as BOT, that will be seen quite positive, because the stock as such is ruling at its almost lowest level, and I don't think that from here on you have any downside fear. So yes, a very positive move for the stock with a view of maybe about 3 to 4 months.
Mr. Tulsian also tracks this very closely. Mr. Tulsian, what have you made of all the details that we're getting? The stock is up 14% right now.
See, Sonia, definitely this has broke the ice, because we have been hearing that, but I don't think that one should really read too much. This is just the use of the infrastructure which Reliance Communication is holding on. In fact, I would be more excited to see the tower sharing, because Reliance Communication is having a tower network of 52,000 towers, and in fact they have been finding it very difficult to ramp up their tenancy ratio, maybe for various reasons, maybe because they are not able to, or they are not seen as a friendly tower owner. So probably once the Reliance Jio has some kind of tenancy agreement with ARCOM, I think that will be seen quite positive, because earlier the market was expecting that probably Reliance Industries, because being a cash rich company, may look to acquire the towers also. But I don't think that, and that's in my view is the right strategy also. Why to block $5 billion and create a tower network of maybe 50,000 or plus tower when you have ample towers tenancy available in the country? It is only the matter of the best deal, at what rate you can strike. And Reliance Jio, if they get the tenancy also of the towers at a lower rate, because obviously if they go to the other chain of the tower owners, those who are controlling about 150,000 tower, they may not be able to get that kind of rate. So this, I will take this as a pure commercial decision, that Reliance Jio, wherever they get the better rate, they will go with that party. But yes, this something has happened with Reliance Communication, which will definitely be increasing their financial performance to some extent.
Exactly. Could that increase be, Mr. Tulsian? Because for now, with regards to the towers, all we're getting, all that Siddharth has picked up for us is that Rel Jio and Arcom will mutually utilize towers and related assets. For the stock particularly, how would you approach it beyond the 64 rupee level? Would you have a buy on it, and what kind of financial implications do you see?
See, Sonia, coming first on the fiber network, I don't think, because that got quantified into the 1200 crore deal. But generally, if you take a ballpark figure, you know, the tower rental works out at about 25,000 rupees per tower. So if you really work out that how many towers will really be taken by the Reliance Jio, because definitely they will be requiring that infrastructure. And as I said, that yes, the one can expect that the things will start happening on that front. Maybe, in fact, I'm quite hopeful that yes, some of the towers will get leased, and that will in fact be easy for Reliance Communication to exit from their passive infrastructure, which they have been talking of. In fact, at one point of time, they struck a deal about a couple of years back for $10 billion with Global Tele, and they have not been able to proceed. And in the recent past, they have started expecting anywhere around $4.5 billion. So once they have the higher tenancy ratio, Reliance Jio coming as their tenant on their tower, definitely that will be an easy process. I'm not too excited by the rental income or maybe by the increase in their revenue on a recurring basis every year. But yes, monetization of those passive infrastructure will really be easy for Arcom, because they are sitting on a debt of 38,000 crore, and it is very much essential for them that they must quickly, you know, liquidate or reduce that debt, which can only happen by monetizing the tower assets. So yes, once they have Reliance Jio as their tenant, that will be easy for them to go ahead and monetize their tower and reduce the debt, because I'm not too excited by the rental income. You know, may have a rental income of 2,000-3,000 crore every year, but that is not the need of the hour for Reliance Communication. So yes, definitely positive, but from a different perspective, not from income angle, but more from the pairing of the debt by the Reliance Communication.
Just wanted to get some perspective in terms of a sentimental impact of this relationship or this business agreement between the two industry houses. How would you read it?
See, as I said, one should not really read too much. You know, this is just a business deal. Reliance Industries is taking the infrastructure or using the infrastructure on the best rate available to them. Because if they really want to acquire, if they want to hire 30,000-40,000 towers, obviously they will be, you know, looking for the best rate. But yes, as I said, that this will really be positive for Reliance Communication, because once they have the tenancy of Reliance Jio as their tenant on majority of the tower, and which is likely to be, in my view, because Reliance Communication have about 53,000 towers, and Reliance Industries will be requiring at least, you know, availing the facilities of about maybe 40,000 towers plus. So that will definitely be positive for Reliance Communication to monetize the assets. And once that starts happening, for some reason, if they monetize the entire chunk of that, they can fetch $3.5 billion, which will be, you know, vastly reducing the debt of the company in one go. The debt can be brought down from 37,000 crore to about maybe 20,000 crore or so, and that will definitely be re-rating the stock. And you know, then the comparable valuations can be given to Reliance Communications in line with the Bharti Airtel and Idea.
Okay.